2K Sports. Our broadcast team, DA, take it away.
Hey, Kevin, you may recall that in 2014.
It's a terrific story. David, thank you. And with plenty of games still ahead, here's a quick rundown of the power rankings thus far. Take a look at the Warriors. They're gaining on some of the teams above them, trying hard to crack into that top 5.
And you know, the Celtics, they've blown away the so-called experts' opinions. People who didn't realize how high their ceiling really was.
And now the opening lineup for Boston. Brown and Hayward, they're the wings. Tatum out there with Daniel Tice. And it's Smart in at the point. And for the Spurs, Gay and Aldridge are up front. Then it's DeRozan. Then there's DeJounte Murray. And it's Walker in at the 2-guard spot. Releases from 15. DeRozan's shot is off.
In one area, I don't think DeRozan gets enough credit. Shot creation. If this guy wants to get a decent look, he is more often than not going to get it.
Greg, the reason why he has a great combination of speed and strength. DeMar DeRozan is comfortable pulling up on a drive or going all the way to the rack. You don't put up the numbers DeRozan has in his career without being elite at shot creation.
And it's out of bounds. The Spurs able to retain possession here. Let's take another look at the staunch defense during that mobile 1 block.
Some intimidation right away. Got to show those shooters you're going to be there all night long.
Clock at 2. Again, the miss by the Spurs. And so Brown will bring it up for the Celtics. And here's Tatum for 3. And he's good on the 3-ball.
And really an advanced feel for scoring the basketball. Tatum picks and chooses his shots nicely.
Murray finds Gay. Spurs passing it around. Out to DeRozan. Tries a 3. Rebound Boston.
4 shots, 4 misses, and you can sense a certain frustration. Building.
Outside, Smart. To the inside, Tice. The shot, no good. Some solid defense from Gay. Here's Walker. That's tipped, and he recovers it. A pass to Hayward. The kick out to Tatum. Hayward on the wing. Makes no mistake on the open jump shot.
Working over that in-between area, Gordon Hayward with the size and skills to get it done.
DeRozan in the corner. The Spurs getting another chance here, and it's blocked. Tatum against Gay. Smart, wide open, he fires. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Gay passes to Murray. From deep, Walker. Again, the miss by Walker. Celtics leading by 7. Back to Tatum. And stolen by Aldridge. And oh, here we go. Gay's got it, the fast break chance. Drains the jumper to finish the break.
And when you're defending Gay, you have to keep this in mind. He takes a lot of pull-up jumpers.
And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Gay. He's been on fire lately. Let's take a look at your Eastern Conference Player of the Week, Daniel Tice.
Well, it's not often you see someone be this impactful on the defensive end, but that's what makes him special. I mean, he's been doing all the little things that don't necessarily show up in the box score, but you can bet his coach and teammates know that he's been carrying the team with his D.
DeRozan, that's good. Greg, if your system overall for these teams, if the schemes don't seem to be working, how much can you really change before you get to the offseason, or in particular, before you get to the playoffs?
It's never easy. A system change would come typically with a coaching change, and the reality is you also have to evaluate the roster, and you can't fit that square peg into a round hole. Whatever your system is, it's got to be catered to the personnel you have. You can't go the other way around, and I think that's what separates oftentimes the good coaches from the great ones. And just tacks a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
That's bringing it down hard. And Smart with a clear path to the hoop. Brown, good.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Murray, the pass to Gay. He kicks it to Walker. There's a minute 34 left in the first. Shot on the wing. No good off the back of the rim.
I don't know how many misses that is in a row, but I know it's ugly.
And they have owned the paint so far, and the score flex it.
I'll tell you, this was their strategy coming in. They obviously identified a weakness there inside.
Here's Murray, and just miss after miss right now.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
And slam dunk by Smart.
Yeah, we're seeing some fireworks from them already.
They established the pace. They made shots. This is why they're way out in front.
And San Antonio calls the first timeout of the game. Last meeting was in Boston, where they were unable to fight off the Celtics.
Yeah, they dropped the last game of this matchup. Their bench wasn't able to keep up with the opposing reserves offensively.
A different look now for San Antonio. Pirtle, he's checked in for Aldridge. Lyle comes in for Rudy Gay. And it's Bryn Forbes in for Walker. And it's a defensive 3-second violation. The Spurs shooting their first free throw of the night. And he shows the focus there, nails the technical.
He was one of those great summer league stories. Bryn Forbes can get by as a knockdown shooter while still rounding out the rest of his game.
DeRozan against Hayward. DeRozan's shot is good. DeRozan's got his second basket of the night.
That's a well-timed, well-coordinated play. Comes right off the pick for the lay-in.
Tatum finds Smart. Bangs home the trifecta.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Spurs trail by 15. Here's Murray, and it's denied.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
And he's going up for the alley-oop. It's stolen by Wiles. On the wing, DeRozan. Back to Murray. Good. And it's DeRozan picking up the assist.
From the moment when he sticks his foot in the ground and puts his head down, DeJounte Murray is explosive and fast.
And so it's the Boston Celtics looking at a 13-point lead heading into the next quarter. They've had such great ball movement and shot selection, and it's led to a terrific field goal percentage. And we'll be right back after this. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And for the Celtics here, they've been putting on a show, guys.
Aggressive at running guys to the backboard. You could tell it was part of their game plan coming in.
And they have the guys to do it. Play to your strengths, and they can make up for some of your weaknesses.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. On the court right now for the Spurs, Pirtle is out there with Trey Lyles. Then there's Murray. Then it's DeRozan, and it's Forbes in at the 2.
And really at his best from mid-range. Tatum can create space and shoot up over his defenders.
And DeRozan, here we go. And out of bounds as the Celtics gain possession. And as we check out this year's contenders for the dunk contest, we get a look at some of the showmen, the best showmen in the NBA.
And with the names on that list, you know we're going to have a crazy competition this year.
You look at Tatum, and I know he'd like to make a move up in the consideration. He's got all the athleticism you hope for from a dunk contest participant.
He sure does. Lots of competition, though, in the running this year to get that big invite.
And so that's the breakdown as it currently stands. We'll be keeping you all updated with the latest info and, of course, our final list of contestants as we get closer.
Yeah, and if they don't invite me to be a judge, I'm still going.
And not only is Smart one of the best defenders in the league, Greg, he's also one of the most versatile players in the NBA.
Kev, when you talk about players who can guard 1 through 5, it's usually referring to Kawhi, PG-13, or Giannis, but Smart at 6'4" has the strength, the anticipation, and the toughness to hold his own against anyone. It's remarkable.
DeRozan, a raw athlete entering this league. He's worked on his skill to the point where he's now a perennial all-star candidate.
Tatum finds Tice. And he banks in the layup. And the Celtics lead by 15.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
And it's Pirtle at the elbow. And that one is good.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
I know you appreciate this, Greg. So much of defense now is closing out on the three-point shooting and then protecting the rim. Consequently, pull-up jump shooters are super valuable. And there are a lot of good ones in the NBA right now.
No doubt about it. And Kevin, you know, you think about a few guys. James Harden, I mean, he shoots that step-back three, but he's a guy that, because of his ability to utilize your inability to defend that three-pointer, Kyrie, Dame Lillard, those are some guys. Chris Paul still as good as anybody in that mid-range area. C.J. McCollum. These are guys that have really feasted and carved out a nice niche for themselves in the NBA because of that ability to take and make jump shots.
And I love that list. You're right on it. Murray surveying the D. DeRozan in the corner. Offline with his three.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
There's Brown with the three. The basket good off the assist from Hayward. Hayward's got 3 assists in the game. Murray against Smart. Pass to Lyles. Here's DeRozan, and oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. It's going to go on Gordon Hayward.
This is no surprise. With his athleticism, DeRozan, one of the league's best at getting to the line.
And you watch DeRozan play, he still has that explosiveness. Great first step out of the triple threat position, can switch directions on the go, is still a handful to slow on the perimeter. And that's the norm for him. He's pretty much automatic when he's at the line.
Now let's check out and highlight the best defenses in the NBA. Number 1, the Celtics.
It's the hallmark of a strong defensive team. When you can keep your opponents to such a low point total, it shows you are setting the pace.
Lyles with it, now guarded by Tatum. Outside DeRozan. And the dunk by DeRozan.
You have to put DeRozan on the short list for best finishers in the NBA. He is fearless going to the rack.
And so it's Smart. He'll bring up the ball for the Celtics. 17 points was their biggest margin.
And how about breaking out the Statue of Liberty on that dunk?
A nice way to pad that lead a little more. You're right. Craig, with the explosiveness you talked about with DeRozan, it helps that he finishes so well when he gets to the rim.
And maybe not what he once was, but he is still an elite level athlete. Doesn't only have to drop the hammer when he gets to the rim either. Very smooth at adjusting mid-flight to finish at the rim.
And the foul on Marcus Smart. That is his first foul of the game. LaMarcus Aldridge is checked in for San Antonio. Walker comes in for DeJounte Murray. On defense, Boston, 17-point lead, their biggest.
He's hot this quarter, getting the shots he wants, and he's delivering.
Smart passes to Tice. Hayward on the wing. The Celtics working the ball around now. Left block shot on the way. Tice, no good. Spurs have gone 5 of 7 from the field here in the second. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Make him foul you to stop you. DeRozan with the strength and vertical ability doing damage inside.
And as great a player as LaMarcus Aldridge is, at times his defense can be a concern, only getting tougher for him as he ages.
LaMarcus Aldridge, GA, will be able to score forever. Defending pick and rolls, keeping up with mobile bigs, that's a problem right now later in his career. Limiting minutes and picking up matchups might be the best way to disguise this.
Tatum, no good. Spurs trail by 13. Outside, Walker. Out to DeRozan from outside the arc. And that's out of bounds. San Antonio will retain possession. About halfway through the season, and a chance here to recap where all the teams in the West sit in the standings. Taking a look at San Antonio, they're way down there in the conference standings, looking for a lot of improvement during the second half of the season.
And you know, for the Spurs, they've staggered along here early in the season. They're going to be in for a long year if they don't make some real quick progress.
Unfortunately, I don't see them as being a team that's going to turn any big corners anytime soon. I think what we've seen from them in the early part of the season is what we're going to keep seeing.
Up again, controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Coming off a scoreless first quarter, he's found a little rhythm here.
Pirtle against Tatum, and stolen by Aldridge. Walker dishes to Forbes. Had a chance there to cut it to single digits, but it's off target. In the corner, it's Hayward. The three, good on the three-point shot. Hayward's got his third bucket of the night.
It's hard to believe, looking at the three ball now, there was a time Hayward might have turned down that shot.
And so it's Boston with a 14-point lead as
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back. The first half mercifully coming to a close. I'm Ernie Johnson. Kenny's here. Shaq is here. We saw Marcus Smart lighting it up in the first half. He had 4 points, 5 rebounds, and 4 assists. He came in with something to prove tonight after having a very tough outing in their last game. Kenny, what's your take on Boston so far?
How good are these guys on the fast break? They're pushing the ball, finding the open man, finishing strong. They're at a breakneck pace. And if they can maintain this level of intensity in the second half, blowout city.
Shaq, let's get your thoughts on San Antonio.
Hasn't been pretty anywhere for them. But I point to their weak inside defense more than anything else. They didn't protect the rim at all, and it's cost them, Ernie.
And that's all we have for now. Tell the folks goodbye, Shaq. Tell the folks goodbye,
Goodbye.
Kenny. Goodbye. Go to Kevin Harlan.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. You gotta like what DeMar DeRozan has done in this game.
And he's shown just how adept he can be at creating contact and then cashing in at the line.
It's a part of his game that he can always tap into. There's an art to it, and he is painting the canvas tonight.
Second half underway. Here's who Brad Stevens got on the floor. Hayward at small forward with Tatum at the 4. Smart is out there with Jaylen Brown. And it's Tice in at center. Tice, no good. Spurs trail by 12. And there's the foul. It's on Jaylen Brown. That's foul number 2 for him. We have got to see that sensational mobile 1 block again.
And that's what a team needs when they're trailing. Energy on D.
Here's DeRozan. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. That's on Jaylen Brown. And this is his 4th trip to the free throw line tonight. Greg, one of your former teammates, John Starks, would get under a guy's skin on the court. He's like a nuisance, but really opposite off the floor, away from the game.
I tell you, Kevin, John's got a heart of gold, and anybody that knows him is going to be a fan of the person. John is as good a friend as I can ever recall having. I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game. They have yet to hit a shot, a real slow start here in the second half.
This just comes from repetition. Murray's put a lot of extra hours in the gym, catching and firing.
Out to Hayward. Here's the 3. And it's Gay with the rebound. Gay's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
They just don't have it right now. 0 for 4. Must have been one poor speech at halftime.
And that one drops for him. Brown's got 11.
Adding to this lead, he's been dependable and consistent at the offensive end.
Outside DeRozan. Here's Murray. Banked in off the glass. He has 7.
3 out of 4 coming out of the half, showing good execution on the offensive end.
3-pointer, Hayward. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Brown's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Here's Murray. Great D that time from Tatum. Celtics leading by 11. Here's Hayward. Again, the Celtics good for 2.
This is Gordon Hayward, an unselfish player who can also light it up himself and can do it for long stretches.
Here's Aldridge. A 3-pointer, no good. Boston's gone 6 of 10 from 3-point range, up over 50% for the ball game. And the whistle blows as the basket counts and a 3-point play chance right here. One free throw coming up. The Celtics shooting their first free throw of the night here.
And looking at the numbers this season, they're shooting a robust 82% from the line. That's about as good as it gets.
Meadow, he's checked in for the Spurs. Kyle comes in for DeMar DeRozan. On the free throw, no good.
And the forward out of Kentucky, Trey Lyles, great tool off the bench. His hustle is endearing to fans.
At that forward position, GA, people love his mobility. Trey Lyles is a solid rebounder who does the dirty work for your team. Shoots it well enough to space the floor and give you that guy that can honestly knock it down.
Murray against Tatum. Here's Gay. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And despite some recent injuries, Rudy Gay showing a great burst on that drive.
Tice kicks to Tatum. Here's Smart. Off target with his three.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Shot's good by Gay. Gay's got 6 points.
Exactly the result you want from that trip up the court. Rudy Gay with a look from point-blank range.
The kick out to Brown. 1:51 left here in the third quarter. Nice move. He stepped back and cast it up. Brown's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
The reason why they've stayed aggressive and they have not let up this entire night. And at this point, I wouldn't expect them to.
Now that's what I call a momentum changer.
Yeah, when you've got a point guard with that kind of spring, no lead is safe.
You're totally right. That can be a shot in the arm for them. A spark that turned things around.
Bryn Forbes, he's checked in for Lonnie Walker.
And the vertical that Brown has is pretty impressive, as relentless a finisher as you'll find in our league.
Teardrop shot, Meadow, and that one is hammered home.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg. Tatum finds Tice. Inside. Tries from 10. Wants to get it to Smart and does. He hits it from 9. 16 points for Marcus Smart.
Putting consistent pressure on this defense. Just the threat of him out there makes this offense work.
Murray with it. Picked up by Brown. And now it's Brown running. He can go all the way. Celtics passing it around. Smart misses.
He started off solid. Had 2 threes at halftime, but blank from deep since.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. Murray, the pass to Meadow. Clock at 6. And Tatum pulls it down. Tatum's got 6 rebounds in the game. This one for 3, and it is good at the buzzer. Wow!
That might be a soul-crushing basket. What a shot to carry them into the fourth quarter.
And so it's the Boston Celtics taking a 19-point lead into the break. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. We'll return shortly. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
This is why you preach teamwork. Some of the most spectacular plays are the ones where guys are feeding off one another.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. Jakob Poeltl up there with Tyler Zeller. Then there's Rudy Gay. Then there's Murray. And it's Forbes in at the 2 spot. That's the San Antonio 5. Here's Tice. Off target from 3-point range. And so it's Murray with it. He brings it up for the Spurs. Trailing by 19. Next matchup, they'll be home against the Suns. That'll be the second game of a 5-game homestand. Hayward with the ball. Out guarded by Murray. And the shot is good. Tatum's got the first points up on the board here in the fourth for Boston. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Murray dishes to Gay. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. Celtics leading by 21. Tice passes to Brown. And finished off by Brown.
And you aren't going to slow down Brown when he's scoring the ball like this. He is simply on a tear.
Murray, the pass to Zeller. Here's Gay, and Hayward with the block. They push it up 4-on-3, and Tice throws it down.
I'll tell you, it's one thing to do this at home, another to do it in a hostile environment.
They built up this huge lead with great play at both ends. They're going to love watching film tomorrow.
Here's Murray up on top. The putback, they grab their own miss. Here's Pirtle, out of hand on it. And now running up the court, Hayward's pushing it up. And slam dunk by Tatum.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
This has been an impressive performance tonight. Even with a big lead, they've maintained their focus.
Hayward against Gay. Over Hayward. Here's Brown. Here's Smart. Hayward outside. Smart against Gay. Smart kicks to Hayward. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Tice.
You want unselfishness, but you also need to keep it under control.
A different look now for San Antonio. Summonich is checked in, and it's Johnson in for Rudy Gay. Stolen by Smart. Now here's Hayward. He's covered closely. Down low. Here's Tice. Good, and Smart gets the assist. Smart's got assist number 8 here in this one already. And San Antonio shooting about 35% from the floor. Not much falling for them. Brown finds Tatum. Tice with the ball. He's covered by Zeller, and Tice gets it to go.
What a turnaround for him since the half. More aggressive and more effective.
Ray, can you really compare players from completely different eras? I mean, people love to talk about the greatest of all time.
You know, Kev, some players do transcend eras. There's no doubt about that. Wilt's a great example, and there are many others. But in reality, to your point, the style and the way in which the game was played was so different that it isn't fair. I mean, all you can be is the best of your generation or one of the best, and I think that should stand no matter what the conversation is.
Like, there's no doubt in your mind Oscar Robertson could play in this era as well as he played when he played.
No doubt. Bill Russell, all those guys,
yes,
they're truly
yes.
great ones. So much of your ability to perform at a high level is built around your confidence and your belief in your abilities, and those guys had it as much as anybody who's ever played the game.
Lonnie Walker, he's checked in for Bryn Forbes. Celtics on offense. They're on a 12-1 run. Bellinelli against Brown. The 3. The rebound by the Celtics. Hayward's got 4 rebounds in this game. Smart passes to Hayward, and it's good off the glass.
Hey, numbers don't lie. Catch and shoot equals high percentage. Gordon Hayward with a great look.
And it's out of bounds. The Spurs able to retain possession here. There's 1:40 left in the fourth quarter of this one. To the paint, here's Zeller, and the jam by Tyler Zeller.
And once he gets clear off the screen, there is no stopping him.
No, now look out, here he comes.
That was amazing, and look at the elevation.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Celtics.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And you can mark this one down in the W column. It'll mark their 23rd of the season.
Really, they had their number this season. 2 wins, a home win, and an away win.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Marcus Smart.
You have to appreciate the unselfishness. He kept the ball moving, kept everyone involved, really enjoyable to watch.
That free throw good from Hayward.
From skinny college freshman to NBA All-Star. Quite the transformation for Gordon Hayward.
Medu, he's checked in for the Spurs. Walker against Brown. Pass to Medu. Outside, Bellinelli. The shot that time, not on target. Now Boston takes it the other way. Smart finds Tice. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
Inspired tonight. They fought hard and at crucial points just made the plays.
Especially during this last run, which ultimately put the game away.
Yeah, the defender all over him.
And the first one drops. And so Walker nails both of them. There's 25 seconds left in the fourth quarter. There's the double team with Walker. Tice kicks to Smart. Rejected by Walker. They recover it. Shot clock at 6. Tatum wide open. He fires one. Buries it from three-point range.
Yeah, they've sucked the energy out of this arena. Tremendous effort on the road.
And when you're on the road, you can't be tentative coming into a game like this. I thought their aggressive approach was the difference.
And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Steve Smith, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. See you later.